Minus 5 on both sides, so 12 minus 5 is 7.
Yeah, just... Okay, how about the top one?
Plus 4 on both sides, so 11.
Yeah. How about this one?
Divide 4 on both sides, so 5 equals W.
How about this?
X plus X plus X is the same as 3X, so you divide by 3 on both sides. So X equals 5.
Okay, top one.
Times 4 on both sides, so X equals 12.
Okay, two-step one, the top.
Okay, so 9 minus 1 is 8, and then 8 divided by 4 is 2.
2, yes. That's fine. How about the middle one? No, how about the last one?
3 minus 8 is minus 5, and then minus 5 divided by 2 is minus 2.5.
Yeah. Okay, how about this?
Minus 6 on both sides, so 9, and then 9 divided by 4, so 9 over 4.
Yes, great. 9 over 4. How do you do the top one?
I think you do, so same principle, minus 12 on both sides, so 5, and divide 5 on both sides, so X equals 5.
Not equals.
Sorry, X is less than 5.
Okay, how about this one?
So Y equals 30. So 30 equals 4X minus 6. So plus 6 on both sides. You get 36, and then 36 equals 4X. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So X equals, 9.
That's great. So how would you do the top one?
Okay. Minus U on both sides. And
you're trying to get T by itself.
Yeah. Okay. Divided by 7 on both sides.
So you would do them in same as when you're solving, in reverse order of bidness. So if there's any adding and subtracting to do that first.
Okay, so minus 30 on both sides, and then divided by 7. So T equals U minus 30 over 7.
Yeah, over 7. So try this next one, the X one.
X minus 2 over 3.
Yes. This 2 over 3. I think you'd be fine there. Let's try the top one.
Okay. D minus KT squared over U. Over T, sorry.
Over T.
Hang
on. Yes, over T. Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
Okay.
How do you solve it when there's an unknown on both sides?
So put all unknowns on the same side. So 13x minus 11x is 2x. plus 1 minus, so minus 1 on both sides, so is 8. So 2x equals 8. So x equals, sorry, I was doing the wrong one, I think I was doing.
Yeah, that's alright. So x
Yeah.
equals 4.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Those are similar. That one's fine. They're fine. Line C, that seems fine. That seems fine. My guess is that's fine. How about this one?
Plus x on both sides, and plus 5 on both sides. So 9 equals 3x. So, sorry, it doesn't equal. 9 is less than 3x. And so 9 divided by 3 on both sides. So 3 is less than 3. 3 is equal to 3.
If you divide both sides by 3,
you get x, sorry. So 3 is less than x.
Yeah. And so
right.
What would it be if x was on the left side?
X is less than 3.
3 is less than x, so x must be
greater than 3. Okay.
Yeah. So we usually put it on the left side. X is bigger than 3. Think about this. That one we just did. Those are fine. How about this one?
Times 5 on both sides. 2y equals 20, and then divide by 2, y equals 10.
How about the second one?
Okay. 20y minus 8 equals 48.
And you'll be fine for the rest of that. So the important thing is you just do the brackets first. Same. Okay, how do we do this?
Make t subject to the formula. 2t minus 10 equals y. And then plus t on both sides, plus 10 on both sides, and divided by 2. So y plus 10 over 2.
Y plus 10 over 2.
And that'd be simplified to y over 2 plus 5.
Yeah, you could do that. This way is not bad either.
Okay.
It's the same. Make them the subject. Let me think about this. Yeah, okay. How would you do the bottom one?
Make t subject to the formula 2td. Okay. 2d. I multiply out the bracket first. So 2d minus 2t equals 40 plus 7. And then plus 2t on both sides. Adds minus 7. Yeah, minus 7 on both sides. So you get 2d equals 60. 2d minus 7 equals 60. And then divided by 6 on both sides, so 2d minus 7 over 6 equals t.
How would you do the second one here?
Okay, 10x plus 5 over 3 equals 4x plus 7, and then times 3 on both sides. So 10x plus 5 equals 12x plus 21. And from there it's just minus 10x on both sides. And then minus 21 on both sides. So minus 16 equals 2x. So minus 8 equals x.
That's great. These are similar, they're just minus type. Let's see, yeah. Okay, how do we do the top one?
Plus 3m and minus 5 on both sides. So g minus 5 equals 3m plus am.
Mm-hmm.
And then divided by a on both sides. So
No. So the problem here is you've got, so if you were to divide by a, you'd have
to
this
divide
over a.
Yeah.
And so it'd still be on the right side. The problem is we've got two different m terms, but we want just m equals.
Oh, okay. So minus am.
Then you'd be bringing it back to the left side. The problem is we want the m on one side by itself, and then equal sign, then everything else on the other side. The trick is to factorize out the m. What do you get?
Oh, okay. 3 plus a.
Mm-hmm.
And so divide by 3 plus a.
Yeah.
So g minus 5 over 3 plus a. Okay.
And so when you've got two separate terms like that, you factorize. So now try the second one, the pi one.
Minus 2a, so p minus 2a equals pi r plus 2r. Then factorize r, so r brackets pi plus 2. And then divide by pi plus 2 on both sides. So p minus 2a over pi plus 2.
Pi plus 2, and that's equal to r. Well done. So you did that well enough. I think, let me just check. So that one is, that's similar. What was this one? Make w the subject. That's similar. Make y the subject, similar. Make d the subject. Let's just do the question. No. Sorry. Let's do the exam style question 12.
Okay. So times by k minus 2 on both sides.
Yep.
So t open brackets k minus 2 equals k. tk minus 2t equals k. And then factorize it again. So t brackets. Oh wait, that would be going back to what we already did.
Mm-hmm.
Divide by k on both sides.
So what we did before was we brought the one that we wanted to make the subject all those terms onto one side, and then we factorized. So we want to make K the subject.
Okay. Okay. So minus kt. Minus kt on both sides. So minus 2t equals k minus kt. But then how do you get rid of the t?
We don't mind. All we have to care about is getting k equal. So we now have the k's on one side by themselves.
Do we put it in a bracket?
Yep.
So k, open brackets, 1 minus t. Okay, and then minus 1t on both sides. Divide by minus 1t on both sides.
And what do you get?
Minus 2t over 1 minus t.
So this one made you multiply both sides, expand, move one over, and factorize. But once they're on the same size, then you can factorize. Any questions about any of that?
What happens? Can we multiply the minus 2 at the beginning? So can we multiply the minus 2 by something to?
No.
Okay.
Because if it's over, that's like it's dividing by both of them. So that means the same as over. And so if you were to times both sides by minus 2, it's not the same thing for it to cancel it out.
Okay.
Because brackets come first in business. Okay. Let's see. Tricky. These are all exam questions. Make X the subject. Let's do the second last one. Exam subject.
Okay. Multiply b minus 5 on both sides. You get ab minus 5a equals 2 minus 7b. Then do minus ab on both sides and plus 2, minus 2 on both sides, sorry. So minus 5a minus 5a minus 2 equals minus 7b minus ab.
Okay.
Then put in a bracket, so minus 5 minus 5a minus 2 equals minus 7. No, sorry, minus b. Minus b, open brackets, minus 7 minus a.
And it's not minus b, just b.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can we make the b negative and make all the others in the brackets positive also?
So you can, but we want to make b the subject, not negative b the subject.
Okay. So divided by minus 7 and minus a on both sides, so minus 5a minus 2 over minus 7 minus a.
Yes, and
Equals b.
if everything is negative, it can also just be everything is positive. And we could have, that's fine. that's fine. And we could have made everything positive up here, but you did fine without it. I think you're good for there. Let's just try the very last one.
Could we make the 5a plus 2 over 7 plus a 4a plus 2 over 7?
No,
Or no?
because again, Bidmus, if it was multiplying on the bottom and multiplying on the top, then we could. But we have to divide first before adding, and so we can't cancel the a's.
Okay.
So let's try the very last one.
Make x. Okay. So times x squared minus 7 on both sides. So yx squared minus 7y equals x squared plus 9. Then we do minus 9 on both sides and minus yx squared on both sides. So we get minus 7y minus 9 equals x squared minus 7x minus yx squared. Then we put them in brackets, so x squared, no sorry, just x by itself, so x, open bracket, x minus y, x minus yx.
Yep. And then what?
And then divide everything, divide both sides by x minus yx.
The problem there is you will then have x's on the left side.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, so
And
maybe
yeah, go on.
maybe put x squared outside of the bracket,
Well done.
and then x squared 1 minus y. And then from there, do divided by 1 minus y on both sides.
That's it.
So minus 7y minus 9 over 1 minus y.
Well done. Hang on. So that's x squared equals. Is that it?
Oh, and then square root the x squared.
Yes.
So square root the whole fraction.
That's it. And I believe because it was equal to x squared, it would have to be plus or minus. Because
Okay.
yeah, that's a very tricky one. Okay, how about this?
47 equals 5t squared plus 2. 45 equals 5t squared. 9 equals t squared. 3 equals t.
Is there any other number that when you square it, you also get 9?
Plus or minus 3.
Yeah.
Do we lose a mark if we don't add the minus 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is part 2 of an exam question. Part 1 might have said something where t is time, and that's why it said value. But we don't know that for certain because I've cut it out. And so in this case, there are 2 possibilities. Like if you put in minus 3 is 9, minus 3 squared is 9, 5 times 9 is 45, plus 2 is 47. So minus 3 works for this calculation. The only reason why it doesn't say values is maybe because part 1 had something like t stands for time.
Okay.
Which can't be negative. This one we don't need to do. Yeah. You can change this formula. T. Okay. Oops. That's relation. How would we do this?
So y equals a half x plus 4. So a half of minus 1 is minus 0.5, plus 4 is 3.5.
And I think you'll be fine for the rest of those, if you were able to get that one. So this is calculator questions on the higher paper. How do you do this?
So for the first one is 0.5, 4 divided by 0.5 is 8. So y equals 8.
Yeah, that's going to be fine for those. How about this one? And it's non-calculator.
Y equals 2 to the power of minus 1 gives us, is it 1 over 2?
Yeah. And keep going.
And then y equals 2 to the power of 0 is 0.
No.
Or 2 maybe.
Any number to the power of 0?
1?
Yes.
Okay.
And you just go from there. Let's see. Okay, how do you do this one bottom left?
Okay. So 3 times 5 squared is it 75?
Yes.
So h equals 75.
That's it. These ones. How would you do the very last one?
Substitute 3 into 4, so 4 times 3 squared is 9, so 4 times 9 is 36, minus 5 is 31.
Yeah. Relation. So this is calculator higher. How would you do the bottom one?
Minus 2 squared is 4, so 4 minus 4 is 0, so y equals 0 for that one.
Yes, and because it's a calculator paper, do you know how to make a table of values with your calculator?
No. I think you taught me this, but I forgot.
That's alright. So it is menu, and then you go to table. So that's number 3. So you put in the formula. So 4 minus x squared. 4 minus, and then alpha right bracket for x, and then squared. And leave that one blank. What's our range of values here? I need to change the way that looks. So we're starting at minus 3 and going to plus 3.
How do we get the x squared? Is it just
X squared alpha right bracket.
okay? Yeah, x squared. Okay.
And our table is from minus 3 to plus 3, and it's going up in steps of 1. And yeah, so minus 3 matches with minus 5. So their one is horizontal, our one is vertical. But that's all the values. So that might be quicker because you can then just check in the calculator for all of the blanks.
Okay, yeah.
And you won't make a mistake with a negative or anything like that. So do you want to try making the table of values for the one above it?
Yeah, so so 2x squared minus 1, the start is minus 2, 2, and going up in steps of 1, minus 2, 7, it's F, minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, and 2, 7.
And for 1, is it also 1?
Yes.
Yeah, so these ones that they gave us, we can use those as checks, and those ones were the same, so it's good. So that can be an easy way to do those. Let's see. This is solving, we've done that. I think it'll be fine. Use a calculator. What would be the top right one?
13 plus 6, so 18 equals P.
13 plus 6, 18, yep. Foundation. Calculator. I think you're fine. Okay, let's try this one. It just came out weird, but it should be P is equal to 3U plus a half T. So it's a calculator question.
So 3 times minus 4 is minus 12, plus a half of 18, which is 9. So minus 12 plus 9 is minus 3. P equals minus 3.
Well done. That's another calculator one, but they're just checking if you can use your calculator. How about let's do the bottom one.
Okay, so 50 over 1.57 squared gives us 20.3.
That's one decimal place. That's okay, so try putting this in your calculator.
Are we expected to know this technique at GCSE? Because we've never been taught this at all.
Yes, because these questions are like 2-mark questions, and it's way too much work for 2 marks. But most people don't get taught. Most people don't get taught that, unfortunately, because most teachers are just not really familiar with this stuff on the calculator.
Okay.
So this is just practice.
Yeah. Minus 3, 2.
Okay.
2 next ones are correct. 0 minus 4. 1 minus 2, yeah. 2, 2, 2. And 3, 8.
That's it. I mean, you can see there's a huge advantage to doing them with the calculator. Yeah, especially for the likes of like a question like this, you know, with a minus x and a minus x squared, you know, you're just, and you have to sub in minus 3. It's very likely something's going to go wrong, but once you're using the calculator. So this one's cubic.
Okay.
Want to try the very last one?
Yeah. Okay. So x cubed minus 6x plus 4 equals minus 3. 3. So minus 3 minus 5, minus 2, 8. 0, 4. 1 minus 1. 2, 0, and 3, 30.
That's it. Okay. How do we do this? This is non-calculator.
Okay. So the rectangle is a width of 2x minus 3 centimeters. Okay. Okay, so the width equals 8 minus 3, which is 5, so the width, it has a width of 5. Then it has an area of, so 10 times 4 squared is 16, so 160 minus 4 minus 21 is the area, which equals so 156, and then minus 21, 135, I think, is the.
Take away 20 is 140, 135, yeah.
Okay, great. And then 135 divided by 5, which is. Can I do that on the calculator, or?
Yeah, not non-calc. So how many 5s in 13?
2 and 35, I guess. So how many 5s in 35? 7.
Yes. And so what is the length?
27.
Okay. 7 centimeters. Yeah, there's 3 marker. So this is a calculator one. Look at the taxi fare, you'll be fine. Yes, so this is a calculator one. Let's try this.
Find the value of p. Okay, so p squared equals. Okay, so 8.5 times 10 to the power of 9 minus 4 times 10 to the power of 8 over 2.38235 times 10 to the minus 9. To two significant figures, so 2.38 times 10 to the minus 9.
That has 3 sig fig.
Sorry, 2.3. Well, 2.4 then.
So
2.4 times 10 to the minus
4.9 times. Oh, sorry. That's equal to p squared.
9. Okay, so then 2.4.
Well, use answer. Don't, because we rounded it too early.
Okay. Yeah, 4.9 times 10 to the minus 5.
Say it again, sorry?
4.9 times 10 to the minus 5.
That's it. Great. So, yeah, I always forget those little squared ones because it's square root. We had one somewhere earlier. So this is higher non-calc. Yeah, we better do it. How about this?
Okay. Okay. So our non-calc. Okay. 5 times. So 77 minus 32 is 45. 5 times 45 is 245, I think. 245 over 9.
Let me just check that. So 5 times 45, 25 plus 200 is 225, is it? Yeah.
Yes, you're right. And then so okay, 22, 2 9s in 22, there's a remainder of 4, and 45 divided by 9 is 5, so 25. Okay.
Okay, but what was this?
Is lower than the minimum temperature. No.
27 degrees. So no. Yes, so it'd have to be 19 or less. Temperature 25 degrees. Yes, how about this?
As a perimeter, so simply 3x perimeter of a triangle. Okay, 3x minus 5 plus 2x is 5x minus 5 plus 19 minus x is 4x plus 4x plus 14.
Okay.
And that's the perimeter.
They want the actual number. Any idea how you get it?
Okay. No.
Why does it tell you that these two angles are the same?
Oh, okay. So it's an isosceles. Oh, okay. So 3x minus 5 and 19 minus x are the same. Okay. So 3x minus 5 equals 19 minus x. So 2x plus 20 equals 24.
So you added
No,
5
sorry,
to
3x. 4x.
Yes.
4x equals 24. And then divided by 4 on both sides, you get x equals 6. And then you can substitute that into the first one, so 4 times 6, 24, plus 14, 38.
Centimeters. 38. Okay, so these are exam questions. Just want to see, is there any difference in the difficulty? No. Let's just try the top one.
Okay. A equals 3, B equals 6, C equals minus 2. So B squared is minus 46. So
before b squared starts from x equals.
okay, so x equals minus 6 plus the root of root in brackets b squared minus 4. So 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times minus 2. And then over 2a, so 6.
And this is a calculator question.
So minus 6 plus 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times minus 2. Do you have to put what's been square rooted in a bracket?
No.
Okay. And then 6 underneath gives us 0.29. Is that enough?
0.29 to 2 decimal places. And so is that the answer? X equals 0.29?
No, then we have to do the same but with minus.
Yes.
Yeah, so minus 6 minus square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times 2 times minus 2, sorry, over 6. That gives us 2.29.
2.29.
No.
And there we are. 0.29 and was it minus 2.29?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it was.
So there was some extra questions just because there was some extra room, but okay. How about this?
So B is 7.
Mm-hmm.
2a, so a has to be 2. So 2x squared plus 7. And C is, so if it's 4, so 32 divided by 4. Is this calculator? Well, it's quite easy. 32 divided by 4 is 8. And then 8 divided by 2, I think, is 4. So C equals 4.
So C equals 4. Oh, so we had to then say what was the original thing.
Okay.
That looks like that.
So 2x squared plus 7x plus 4.
Yeah. So that's 4. Then we have a mix of questions. I think you're fine for these. Just trying to think. Yeah. Let me just go back for a sec. The value of this. I suppose. No, that was. Yeah. How would you solve this one?
Okay, so I would do start as plus 351 on both sides. Then maybe do so x open brackets 2x plus 1 close brackets equals 351.
No. For this, so it comes up on a calculator paper. Will that change how you do it?
Oh, no, I can't think right now. No.
You would use the quadratic formula.
Okay, sorry. So minus 1. Sorry, minus 1 plus the square root of minus 1 squared. So I'm just going to put it as 1. Minus 4ac, so 4 times 2 times c, which is minus 351, over 2a, which is 4. 13 I got.
Is that full marks?
No, I need to do same with minus. Minus 1 minus the square root of 1 times 4 times 2 times minus 451 over 4. I got an error this time. I'll try again. Minus 1 minus square root of 1 minus 4 times 2 times minus 3 over 4. Okay. Minus 13.5. So
13.5. And what was the other one, do you remember?
13.
Let me just check that. So what's the number at the top of your calculator? H3 GTX? H5 GTX?
FX83 GT.
Okay, so if you get this one, 991EX, you can just input the values. Function A, polynomial, degree 2 because it's squared. A is 2, B is 1, C is minus 351. So 13 and minus 13.5. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what is that calculator called?
So this is called 991EX.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, you can see the advantage to having that.
EX calculator.
Hang on a second. This one, yeah, 991EX.
Okay.
And it's a CAS, yeah. So this is the test. I'm just trying to see if there's any questions that I think I would have difficulty with. Might doubt it. You could see if you remember how to put that into your calculator.
So x squared plus x minus 4. The start is minus 3. The end is 3, and there's only 1. So minus 3, 2, minus 2, 2, minus 1, minus 4, 0, minus 4, 1, minus 2, 3, 2, sorry, 2, 2, and then 3, 8.
So substitution, how do you feel about that?
Pretty confident, I would say.
That's alright. And then rearranging formulae. That one we didn't need to worry about. That one. So these ones, yeah. This one was just about, you just bring them together and do it that way. Yeah, so you have two separate terms, and so you factorize it and divide through. So we did all